This man named John Jonas had entered a gorge near Utah Lake with the intention of exploring. During the exploration, he decided that he would go to the narrowest part of the gorge and make a new record, but little did he know that this decision was going to be the last decision of his life. He was moving ahead, coloring in the narrow paths of this gorge known as Nati Putty, but after losing his way, he accidentally entered a part of the gorge where no one had gone till date, a place as narrow as a grave in which it was difficult to even breathe, let alone move the hands, and unfortunately, in this, John got stuck upside down in the condition. This is the story of 26-year-old John Jonas, who spent the last 27 hours of his life in this cave. Near Salt Lake City in Utah, there are small rocks in which this hydrothermal cave named Nati Putty exists. This cave was discovered for the first time in 1960 by a person named Dale Green, and since then, thousands of young people started coming here to test their skills. Nutty Putty Cave is very famous for its narrow, slippery, crooked paths. The only way to enter inside it is there is only one path, and that too is only 30 inches wide, which means only those young people whose waist and chest are less than 30 inches can go inside it. Every year, around 20,000 people used to come here to show their skills, but then between 1999 and 2004, some accidents took place here, and then many questions were raised about the safety of the cave. On one occasion, a 23-year-old young man was stuck in the depth of the cave for 6 hours, and on another occasion, a young man was stuck upside down in the cave for the whole night. Due to these accidents, the authorities closed the Nutty Putty Cave in 2006, but professional cavers said that if it was closed, then it would be safe. If it has to be done, then it should be closed only for those people who do not have any experience in caving, because often they are the ones who get trapped here. On the other hand, the officials said that Nati Puti Cave is no less than a time bomb which can take someone's life at any time. The battle for Nati Putty continued between professional cavers and officials, and finally in 2007 it was reopened with new rules. A management committee was formed which will give permission to go inside only to those people who have good experience in caving and who have professional skills. Equipment was also required. To enter Nutty Putty, one had to apply for a permit 21 days in advance. Two brothers from Salt Lake City, John and Josh Jonas, also applied for this permit. On November the 24th, 2009 at 8 p.m., 26-year-old John Jonas entered the Nutty Putty Cave system with his group. Both brothers had some experience with caves, but this was their first time entering Nutty Putty. Everything was normal for an hour after entering the cave, during which they explored the largest cavity, called Big Slide. This was the point when Josh and his two other friends took the risk of going deep into the cave, that is the most difficult part of the cave, which is called the birth canal. The birth canal is so narrow that till date very few people have gone near it. Not only is it extremely narrow, but finding its way out is also very difficult. Earlier also many people were stuck on the way to the birth canal, but John, his brother, and two friends were very fit. That is why they decided to go till the birth canal, while the rest of the team members remained behind. The idea of going till the birth canal was actually John's, that is why he was ahead of all of them. The path was so narrow that John rolled on his stomach, thinking he was entering the birth canal, but he unknowingly took a wrong turn onto a path called Corkscrew. This was a place only the skinniest of cavemen could go. If you look at the map, this was the path where John should have gone right towards the birth canal, but he took a left turn. As he moved forward, the path became even narrower and he could no longer turn back, but he continued on, hoping that perhaps the path would widen further ahead and he could cross it. He would turn back from there. He saw a place further downwards, and here John thought that maybe he would be able to turn back from here. Here the matter got worse because, unfortunately, when he entered this 10 by 18-inch path, there was a dead end ahead, and now John was stuck upside down in a space as big as a washing machine. His head was down and legs were up, and the space was so tight that even his hands were getting pressed in the body. That is, he was not able to use his hands. John tried to get out from here many times, but was not successful even once. Now at this time, John called out to his brother. After a few minutes, when Josh came there, he saw only John's legs. At first, he made fun of his brother's condition, but when he realized the seriousness of his condition, Josh also got scared. Josh held his brother's legs and pulled them several times, but this made the situation worse because now John went deeper down. John was stuck upside down and was unable to move his body at all. At this point, both the brothers felt that they needed professional help. Now the problem was that there was no mobile signal at this depth of the pit to call 911. Josh had to come out, and after making a call, he reached his brother's location. After about 3 hours, the first rescue team reached the spot. It was Susie Modela who tried to get John out for 2 hours, but John was stuck more badly than she expected. The space was so tight that Susie even cut John's jeans to get half a centimeter more space, but even this did not work. Finally, Susie also got exhausted and came back out. John's wife, his daughter, and 30 other people of the rescue team had also reached outside, and they all helped John out. They were considering various methods of rescue, one of which was to cut off his legs, but finally they all agreed on the use of ropes and pulley system, which would be tied to John's legs and pulled. The problem was that various pulleys had to be drilled in the rocks of the gar in such a way that the ropes would not hit the rocks and the entire load would fall on the pulley. The pulleys were fixed by drilling them into the rocks of the gar, which posed a risk that the rocks might break and block the path. But at the moment, there was no other option than this during drilling. Some stones broke and slid and fell on John. While doing this work at a depth of 700 feet was very difficult, it was also very time-consuming, and on top of that, due to the narrow path, only one rescue worker could go inside at a time. The number of rescue workers had now increased to more than 100, but they were not able to do anything, and a doctor present in the rescue team made the matter more serious when he told that since John was stuck upside down, he had only 10 hours, which means that after this much time, his organs would start failing one by one. The human body is made to remain upright, in which the location of the heart is in the upper part of the body. The heart pumps and supplies blood to the entire body, and at about 80 degrees Celsius, the blood is supplied to the lower parts where the supply reaches easily with the help of gravity, but because John is now upside down, his heart will have to pump blood upwards to the body at 80 degrees Celsius with more force, in which the heart will have to work overtime. The doctor said that due to this, John could have a heart attack at any time. After knowing this, the rescue workers gave John at least 80% of his life. They intensified their efforts to straighten him. After waiting for hours, the police arrived and John was pulled by his legs, but soon he got stuck in new problems as John's legs were in such a position that they were not able to bend, and when they pulled his legs, they would hit the roof of the pit. Well, with great difficulty, they pulled John out of the pit, but at the last moment, a pulley came out of the pit wall, and now John was stuck back where he was before. John was getting very panicky, and then a two-way communication system was sent inside so that he could. Talking to his wife helped him relax a bit. This method worked, and John got better to a great extent. Finally, after 19 hours, preparations were complete to pull John out again. This work had to be done very carefully because with every pull, there was a lot of pressure on John's legs. With great difficulty, this time he was pulled out to a great extent, so much so that now the rescue worker could see his face. That rescue worker later told that John's eyes were red and there was a moment of happiness on his face. For the first time in the last 19 hours, John was out of that tight space. He was able to see outside the path-like pot. Now only one last pull was needed, and John would have come out of the pot completely, but then suddenly with a jerk the pulley failed again and John got stuck again in the same place where he was stuck for the last 20 hours. In the last attempt to save John Jonas, an attempt was made to break the stones around him by drilling them, but perhaps it was too late now. John stopped moving and he was not responding to anything. His wife also tried to revive John on the radio, but to no avail. No, it happened. At this point, a brave paramedic was sent down to check John's pulse. What everyone suspected happened. John Jonas was declared dead at 11:50 p.m. on November 25, 2009. John's wife could not believe this news that her husband had died due to such a small mistake. She was hoping that perhaps the pulse from the leg was not checked properly and her husband was still alive, but the reality was in front of everyone. But what the doctors had expected after just 10 hours did not happen. Due to John's good health, he was able to survive for another 17 hours. Many plans were made to take out John's dead body, in which the idea of taking out the body in two parts also came up. But finally, it was decided to leave the body there and close the entire Nati Puti Cave forever and declare it as John's grave. Even today, John Jonas's dead body is present in the same position inside Nutty Putty Gar, reminding us of the dangers of cave exploration, and a plaque has also been placed outside the gar in his memory. We hope that you all will like and share this video a lot.